before the fear, before the thunder. Before her name became a curse whispered only during daylight, she was just a child. A smiling child. A poor, innocent girl no one wanted. They said she was cursed. They said she was evil. But what they didn't say is what they did to her. This is the painful, terrifying story of the mysterious girl. Long ago, in a small African village called Umwahia, there lived a poor hunter named Ozoemena and his quiet, kind wife, Neka. For 12 years, their compound was silent. No child's laughter. No pitter-patter of little feet. People mocked them. Women whispered that Neka was cursed. Men laughed behind Ozoemena's back. Neka cried herself to sleep. She fasted for days. She offered sacrifices to the gods. She visited every shrine. Some nights, she would crawl on her knees through the village square just to beg the spirits. One day, she met an old priestess deep in the forest. The woman gave her a calabash filled with river water and said, "Drink this, and do not speak until the moon is full again." Neka obeyed. Weeks later, her belly began to grow. 9 moons passed. On a cold harmattan night, her cries filled their small hut. And finally, a baby girl was born. But something was strange. The baby came out smiling. Not crying. Smiling. Wide. Unblinking. The village midwife dropped her. The neighbors hissed and walked away. The chief priest came and said, "This child is not of peace." That smile is a warning. But Ozoemena refused to listen. He held his daughter close and named her Adaku. "Daughter born into wealth," he said, "for she is the treasure we waited for." For 7 years, they lived in peace. But villagers always kept their distance. They feared Adaku's smile. She smiled even when she fell. She smiled when she was scolded. Some children cried when they saw her. Then one day, Ozoemena prepared for the forest. He kissed his wife and said, "I won't go far. I'll return before the sun sleeps." He never returned. The village searched. They found only his machete and a trail of blood near lion tracks. Days passed. Then weeks. Neka stopped eating. Her eyes grew hollow. Her voice cracked when she spoke. One night, she held Adaku's hands and whispered, "They won't understand you. But you are not evil. Don't let them break you." She died before sunrise. Adaku, only 12, became an orphan. And that's when the real pain began. The villagers believed she brought death. They burned her mother's hut. They threw her clothes in the bush. They called her the smiling demon. But the worst part. Dibia Okonkwo, the native doctor, told the greatest lie. He said Adaku was a spirit child. But years ago, he tried to touch her. Neka slapped him and swore to expose him. He never forgot. So he poisoned the minds of the village. And they turned on her. They beat her. Children stoned her. Women spat on her. Men shouted, "Leave this land or perish." Adaku had no choice. She ran. Bleeding. Crying. But still smiling. She walked barefoot for 2 days. Through thorny bushes. Over sharp rocks. Her legs bled. Her lips cracked. She ate wild mangoes. Bitter cola. She drank muddy water from animal tracks. At night, she slept in trees to avoid hyenas. She ran from wild dogs. She hid from hunters. She reached a village called Omeik. But peace did not greet her. They had heard the stories. "That's the girl who smiles like a ghost," they whispered. She begged. Slept under broken stalls. Picked leftover food from the ground. Then one day, something changed. A woman named Maziya saw her. Maziya was mocked because she had no child. Villagers laughed at her, even the wind fears your womb. When she saw Adaku, her heart broke. Despite the stories, despite the fear, she took her in. She gave her food, a wrapper, a mat to sleep on. Adaku smiled and said, "Thank you." But the villagers were angry. "You will bring death to us all," they screamed. They went to the king. He called Mazia and warned her, "Send the girl away, or be banished." Mazia cried. She begged. She tried to hide Adaku. But her family begged her too. Her husband wept. Her own mother knelt before her. So one early morning, Mazia woke Adaku. She held her tightly and whispered, "Forgive me, my child. I tried." And she let her go. Adaku wandered again. She ate cassava peels, licked rainwater off leaves. Her skin broke in rashes. Her feet were swollen. Boys saw her near the canteen and beat her with sticks. Thief! Demon! Witch! She ran into the forest, coughing blood. She returned to her old hut. Cold. Alone. That night, the rain poured. She crawled into a corner, hugging her knees. Her belly ached. Her breath was slow. She shivered, still smiling. And that was how she died. Cold in a dark corner. Cold. Weak. Forgotten. Still smiling. Only 12. The villagers found her body at dawn. No prayers. No tears. Just a shallow grave behind her mother's hut. Only Mazia wept. Life in the village moved on. But the wind changed. The moon dimmed. The air grew still. Then, dreams began. Of her. Adaku. Standing. Watching. Smiling. But this time, it wasn't peace. It was a warning. Because a spirit that dies in pain never truly sleeps. And Adaku's story is not over. She is coming back. And she won't be alone.